Hello everyone, welcome to my channel where we do painting tutorials. For today I have planned a watercolor tropical sunset. I start by picking up some of the pencil sketch with my eraser to avoid black lines showing through my painting later on. I cover my paper with a layer of clean water. I use a bigger brush for this just to make life a bit easier. I will not be using any tape to hold down my paper since I'm using a watercolor pad, meaning it's a type of a sketchbook that has all of the sides glued down to a sturdy piece of cardboard except for one tiny angle from where you detach your paintings once you're done. I applied a bright yellow to the bottom. The exact shade is Azo Yellow Light, but feel free to substitute with any similar colors such as, but not limited to, lemon yellow, chrome yellow, etc. Then I apply quinacridone rolls around it and paint this big pink area we have in the reference picture that goes from the bottom left corner towards the top right corner. I help it blend with the yellow using a wet brush. Then I apply cerulean blue to the big area on the left and that little blank piece over the palm tree on the bottom right. Again, you can use any alternatives. Instead of quinacridone rolls, feel free to go with alizarin crimson, with opera pink, and instead of cerulean, phthalo blue, or any similar color you may have. If you're liking this video so far, please let me know by liking, commenting, and if you have not already, please consider subscribing to my channel. It would be great if we could reach 20,000 before the end of September. I get some more quinacridone rolls and apply it a bit over the cerulean blue so they mix with each other and give this nice purple / lavender sky. I bring some of that purple over the pink and add these diagonal lines over it, letting them bleed and dissolve into the wet background. I add some more quinacridone rolls and Azo Yellow Light to the bottom. Since that is where the sunlight is coming from, I assume it should be the most vibrant and saturated area in this painting. Once dry, I take Payne's Gray and paint palm trees coming from the sides as to frame the sunset. Again, you can use alternatively lamp black, you can use indigo, or you can just mix your three primary colors together and it should give you a dark brown, almost black color. I start from the trunk, then outline the leaves with the tip of my brush and paint over them. It's much easier to show you this rather than explaining it. I'm going extra slow here as to not mess up the background. To give you an idea, in real life it took me about 5 minutes to paint the background and 20 for the palm trees. Yeah, I went real slow with this. I find it helpful to rotate the page as to whatever angle is the most comfortable, so you always have your subject in front of you. Plus, it helps to avoid smudging with paint all over. I like to add little dents to the leaves, that way they look a bit more realistic, but still quick and easy to paint without going into excessive details. If drawing is not your thing, you can find a traceable of this painting and many others on my Patreon page, Sunshine Arts, and by doing so, you also help support me and the channel. Also, you can find a full list of all of the supplies used, mentioned, and recommended down in the description box, along with a link to the reference picture I'm looking at on my smartphone. I like having my brush almost dry. That way the color is not diluted and I don't risk getting puddles, bleeding, or anything similar. I wet the brush, pick up some of the color with the tip, gently press the long side of the bristles, not the tip, onto a tissue and paint. I'm not overly paranoid, I've just ruined a good number of paintings and I'm trying to save you from the same fate. Oh, and also, I know I say this in almost every video, but if you're right-handed, it's much easier to paint your subject from the top left towards whatever you have on the bottom right, and if you're a lefty, then from the top right towards the bottom left again. That way we don't get any not very happy accidents. I'd like to give special thanks to my patrons for the month of August, and thank you all for watching. We'll see each other in the next video.